each other, man, you know what I mean? I said, what you think about this? You wanna do that? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So yeah. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Right. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, act like he ain't know what's going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, they about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about blood?
It ain't my fault you look like your mama.
Okay, so first, like, you know, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and out back there, bro. This shit, I ain't just called out the blue. Yeah. Me and out back there.
You talking about you were 50?
Yeah, man. We talk back there, man. Shit come out of nowhere.
All right.
We were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, think about this. He was like, you wanna do that? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. So and I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Right. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, like he ain't know what's going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, they about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about fuck all of it? All of it. I don't even want you, man. Cause now I question your character. I kick that, then, you know, man. Say you don't want to do it. All the other extra lame shit, man.
Goofy. So y'all talked about it, you saying? You went out there.
Years ago. Years ago we spoke about it.
I think it'd be a great battle, though. I think
ain't gonna happen. That's gonna happen, man. I don't want to stand on stage with him. I have no interest in standing on stage with him. I don't respect him.
The feud between 50 Cent and T.I. just took a wild and unexpected turn. What started as lyrical shots and versus tension has now spiraled into something far more personal. After T.I. seemingly fired off a diss, 50 didn't respond with just words. He hit Instagram with a disrespectful photo of Tamika Tiny Harris. And social media instantly exploded. Fans are divided, critics are calling it too far, and T.I.'s family isn't staying quiet. With emotions running high and reputations on the line, this rap battle has officially crossed into dangerous territory. The tension between 50 Cent and T.I. didn't explode overnight. It's been brewing for years. Both men are legends in their own right. 50 Cent, the Queensbred mogul who turned get rich or die trying into a cultural movement, has built a reputation not only for chart-topping hits but also for his ruthless trolling skills. T.I., often called the King of the South, carved out his own legacy with Southern trap anthems and undeniable influence over Atlanta's rap scene. When talks of a potential versus battle between them first surfaced, fans were excited. On paper, it looked like a classic New York versus Atlanta showdown, lyrical grit versus Southern swagger. But behind the scenes, ego and pride seemed to get in the way. Reports began circulating that the versus battle stalled because of disagreements from who had the bigger catalog to who deserved top billing. Subtle jabs started appearing in interviews. T.I. hinted that 50 didn't want the smoke. 50, in typical fashion, laughed it off publicly while throwing slick comments online. What could have been competitive promo slowly turned personal. Then came the diss T. I previewed a track that many listeners believed was aimed directly at 50. The record had aggressive energy, layered with pointed bars about relevance, authenticity, and street credibility. Even though he didn't always say 50's name outright, fans quickly connected the dots. Social media lit up with debate. Was Tip stepping into battle mode? Was he trying to bait 50 into lyrical warfare? If there's one thing everyone knows about 50 Cent, it's this. He rarely responds the traditional way. Instead of rushing into the studio to cut a diss record, he took his response to Instagram, the platform, where he's built a second career as hip-hop's most strategic instigator. And that's when things escalated rather than simply addressing T.I.'s lyrics. 50 posted a photo of T.I.'s wife, Tamika Tiny Harris. The image was widely viewed as unflattering, and the caption carried a sharp tone, implying that T.I. should keep his name out of his mouth. Within minutes, the post began circulating across blogs and fan pages. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Some people laughed, calling it classic 50 Cent trolling. Others felt he had crossed a major line. By bringing a spouse into a rap beef, this wasn't just playful shade anymore. For years, 50 has used shock humor and humiliation tactics to get under his rival's skin. He's clashed with everyone from Ja Rule to Rick Ross, often using memes, edited photos, and sarcastic captions to dominate the narrative. But involving a wife, especially in a culture where respect and family are sacred, struck a different chord. It shifted the tone from competitive to personal. T.I., known for being articulate and prideful about his family, wasn't likely to let that slide. He's publicly celebrated Tiny's career achievements and frequently speaks about their loyalty and history together. Tiny isn't just his wife. She's a founding member of the iconic R&B group Escape and a businesswoman in her own right. For many fans, targeting her felt unnecessary. The comment sections turned into war zones. Supporters of 50 argued that rap beef has no rules. In their eyes, if you step into battle, everything is fair game. They pointed out that hip-hop history is filled with personal attacks from diss tracks, targeting family members to public humiliation campaigns. Others disagreed strongly. They argued that spouses and children should remain off-limits, especially when they aren't actively participating in the conflict. As the posts continued gaining traction, reactions started pouring in from T.I.'s circle. Friends, affiliates, and fans defended Tiny, calling 50's move disrespectful. The tension multiplied when T.I.'s son, King Harris, appeared ready to jump into the conversation, showing that this wasn't just between two rappers anymore. It was becoming a family affair. Meanwhile, 50 appeared unfazed. If anything, he leaned further into the controversy. Historically, when people criticize his posts, he doubles down rather than backs off. It's part of his brand, unapologetic, strategic, and often calculated for maximum attention. Every repost from a blog page amplified the situation. Every reaction video fueled the algorithm. From a marketing perspective, the feud was generating massive engagement. But there's a difference between clout and consequences. In hip-hop culture, respect is currency. Once a beef escalates to family, retaliation can become unpredictable. While social media provides distance, emotions in real life can run much hotter. Many fans began asking whether this was still about music or if pride and ego were now steering the ship. There's also the larger context of both artists' legacies. 50 Cent has transitioned heavily into television and film production, building an empire with a power franchise. T.I. has balanced music, activism, and acting. Neither man is a struggling newcomer seeking relevance. That's what makes this clash so fascinating. It's two established veterans risking reputation over pride. Was 50 trying to bait T.I. into responding emotionally instead of lyrically? Possibly. Emotional responses often lead to missteps. By shifting attention away from the diss track and toward a controversial Instagram post, 50 effectively changed the battlefield. Instead of debating bars, the internet debated morality. And that may have been the strategy all along. Still, the question remains, did 50 go too far? Hip-hop has always thrived on competition. Diss tracks, subliminals, and ego-driven clashes are woven into its DNA. But modern social media has magnified everything. A single post can spiral globally in minutes. What once would have been a lyric in a song is now a viral image shared millions of times. As part one of this unfolding drama closes, one thing is clear. This is no longer a simple rap rivalry. It's personal, it's public, and it's escalating fast. With T.I.'s pride on the line and 50 Cent refusing to back down, the next move could determine whether this remains online entertainment or evolves into something much deeper. The aftermath of 50 Cent's Instagram post targeting Tame Tiny Harris was immediate and intense. Fans and media alike dissected every angle, debating whether 50 had crossed a line. On one side, supporters praised his fearless approach, claiming that in hip-hop, nothing is off-limits. On the other, critics argued that dragging a spouse into a public feud was a disrespectful escalation. Crossing from music rivalry into personal attack, the stakes had grown much higher than anyone anticipated. For T.I., the post was a provocation that could not be ignored. Known for his assertive personality and deep sense of loyalty to his family, T.I. responded strategically, blending public statements with subtle musical jabs. While he didn't immediately post a direct retaliation on social media, insiders noted that he was working on a new track designed to address 50 Cent's provocations. A song rumored to mix sharp bars with pointed references aimed squarely at 50. This was classic. T.I. measured, calculated, and designed to defend his family's honor without compromising his image. Meanwhile, King Harris, T.I., and Tiny's son quickly became a central figure in the feud. Social media clips emerged of him speaking out against 50 Cent, defending his mother's reputation and calling out 50 for his controversial behavior. The exchange quickly became a multi-generational confrontation. 50 Cent, the veteran troll, versus a young king ready to protect his family. Fans debated the ethics of this involvement, with some applauding King's courage and others warning that dragging a child into a celebrity feud could be dangerous. The online discourse was relentless, amplifying every comment and screenshot of the conflict. 50 Cent, for his part, did not slow down. He followed up with additional posts and memes, leaning into the chaos he had created. One particularly viral post included a Peppy the Frog meme referencing King Harris in a mocking tone. Each post generated thousands of comments and shares, keeping the feud trending on social platforms. 50 Cent's approach reflects a long-established pattern: turn public outrage into visibility. By making the feud as much about spectacle as music, he ensured that attention remained squarely on him. The media frenzy that followed only added fuel to the fire. Entertainment outlets dissected every post, reaction, and implied insult. Headlines highlighted the personal nature of the feud, with many noting that while rap beefs are nothing new, targeting a spouse is rare and controversial. Analysts discussed the cultural implications, debating whether social media has fundamentally changed how hip-hop rivalries are conducted. Once confined to lyrics, videos, or live performances, modern beefs unfold in real time for millions of viewers, and the collateral damage can be substantial amid the drama. Some fans called for a return to lyrical competition, emphasizing that 50 Cent and T.I. are both legendary artists whose music should remain the focus. The consensus among many is that, beyond the public eye, both camps are reportedly preparing for possible musical responses. Insiders suggest that T.I. may drop a full diss track addressing 50 Cent's provocations and defending his family. Similarly, 50 Cent is known to pivot quickly, using both music and social media to escalate or redirect attention as needed. In this sense, the feud operates on multiple levels: a real-time social media spectacle, a potential musical showdown, and a personal clash of egos. The 50 Cent versus T.I. saga underscores a broader shift in hip-hop culture, where rivalries once relied primarily on studio recordings and live performances. Social media now accelerates conflicts and broadens their reach. Every post is a provocation, every screenshot a weapon, and every reaction a potential headline. The feud has moved beyond traditional boundaries, blending celebrity culture, family dynamics, and digital strategy into a single, highly visible narrative. As of now, the battle lines are clearly drawn. 50 Cent continues to post provocations. T.I. is strategizing a musical and personal response, and King Harris has inserted himself as a vocal defender of his family. Fans are eagerly watching, analyzing each move, and predicting the next escalation. The feud is no longer just about who has better bars or bigger hits. It's about reputation, pride, and the unspoken rules of respect in hip-hop culture, with the intensity of the online reactions and the involvement of T.I.'s family. It's evident that this confrontation has entered a new, more volatile phase. The coming days could see new tracks, further social media posts, or public statements from both sides. One thing is certain, the 50 Cent and T.I. feud has transformed from a potential versus showdown into a multi-layered saga, capturing the attention of fans, media, and cultural commentators alike. The personal stakes have never been higher, and the world is watching to see how each side will respond as the feud between 50 Cent and T.I. continues to escalate. Fans are witnessing one of the most personal and high-profile celebrity clashes in recent hip-hop history. What began as a discussion about a potential versus battle has now evolved into a fully public, family-centered feud, with 50 Cent taking aim at Tamika Tiny Harris and King Harris stepping in to defend his mother. Social media has become a battleground, with memes, posts, and videos shared and dissected at lightning speed. Every move is analyzed, every reaction amplified, and every comment becomes part of the story. While some fans praise 50 Cent for his bold approach, many argue he crossed a line by involving T.I.'s family. Hip-hop has always celebrated rivalry and competition, but bringing loved ones into the fray touches a different nerve. Critics emphasize that targeting a spouse or children can quickly shift the conversation from music to personal attack, risking backlash and damaging reputations. This aspect of the feud has sparked broader debates about the ethics of social media trolling in celebrity culture. T.I., meanwhile, has maintained a careful balance between defending his family and preparing his musical response. Insiders suggest he is crafting a diss track that addresses 50 Cent's provocations without losing control of the narrative. By combining measured public statements with potential musical retaliation, T.I. is reinforcing his image as a protector of his family while staying true to his artistry. Meanwhile, King Harris's involvement has added another layer, showing that this feud spans generations and underscores the high stakes at play. The public's fascination with the feud is a reflection of modern hip-hop culture, where celebrity conflicts extend beyond the studio. Social media platforms allow for instantaneous reactions, viral moments, and widespread fan engagement, transforming what might have been a private or music-focused dispute into a full-blown spectacle. Every post and screenshot contributes to the narrative, and both 50 Cent and T.I. have proven adept at using these platforms to control the story on their terms. Looking ahead, the feud could continue to escalate either through social media, musical releases, or public appearances. Fans are anticipating new diss tracks, viral posts, and perhaps unexpected twists as both parties navigate the line between entertainment and personal conflict. What started as a potential battle of bars has become a larger story about reputation, pride, and respect in hip-hop. Ultimately, this saga highlights how celebrity feuds have evolved in the digital age. 50 Cent's provocative tactics, T.I.'s calculated defense, and King Harris' active involvement have created a complex, multi-layered conflict that captures attention far beyond music fans. As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear: the feud is far from over, and everyone watching knows the next move could change the game entirely. Hip-hop fans around the world are now on edge, waiting to see who will strike next, and whether this feud will end with a lyrical showdown, more social media fire, or an unexpected reconciliation. The 50 Cent versus T.I. feud is far from over, and fans everywhere are watching closely to see who will make the next move, from Instagram posts to diss track previews and family involvement. This conflict has everything: drama, high stakes, and personal attacks that have the hip-hop world buzzing. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Who do you think came out on top in this latest round of the battle? Is 50 Cent's trolling justified, or did he go too far by involving Tiny and King Harris? Join the conversation and let us know your take in the comments below. Share your favorite moments, debate the tactics, and predict what's coming next. A diss track, more social media fire, or maybe even a surprise reconciliation. Don't forget to subscribe for real-time updates as this saga continues to unfold. The hip-hop world moves fast, and this feud is shaping up to be one of the most talked about conflicts of the year. Stay tuned, stay vocal, and make sure your voice is part of the discussion, because in a feud this explosive, every opinion counts. Opinion counts.